And me. And one thing Emily's really good about is um she's that girl that gasses up other girls, right?
Yes.
Like I looked at her and she like somewhat in her own little way gave me a smack on the hand. I was like, I have a 5 head. I have my hair back so you can see my whole head. Oh, I've had a huge forehead my whole freaking life. I have a huge head in general. All right. I just have
Oh
it's all
my
hidden
God.
under this hair. But,
I have a
um,
big head too. I don't know if you noticed.
but she immediately stopped and whisked my hair away and said, Kayla, calm down. You're beautiful. Right. And that I was like, oh man, thank
Yeah.
you. Like I didn't even know I needed to hear it. I was just making fun of myself, right? I wasn't like crying or like going in or on about it, but she like took that moment like that. She really does that for me. Like she's really good about keeping me in check of myself whenever I'm not taking care of me, because she knows I take care of everyone else, including her, right? Because I love her, I will naturally take care of her no matter what, right? And so, like on my down day, what really brought me out of it was she came to my house, she picked me up, and she drove me to my mom's house. We picked up my mom, and they got me drunk.
I remember you told me that. I was like, what?
Yes. They took me to Lupe Tortillas and we had margaritas and cheese.
And that's sometimes what you need. You
Yeah.
know,
And
doesn't that feel good to just have your family around and you know they generally love you and that they just, they're there for you. They're your cheerleader, your therapist, the shoulder to cry on.
yeah, it was
It's
just,
beautiful.
and it really was what I needed. I didn't even know I needed that. Like, I remember on the way home, my mom telling me, like, if you just need your mommy, you just need your mommy. It's okay. I don't care if you're in your 30s. I will always be your mommy.
Is that what your mom said? Aw,
Ah,
she's so sweet. I love her.
it was so nice. And so
Well,
it was good.
I'm glad you had them. Like, honestly, you know how there's times when you wish you could be there for everyone, but it's like kind of impossible because everybody has their own lives. Um,
Yeah.
just to close off the message of, sisters and how important it is to have family that love you and care for you. I know that there's not that many people that have other sisters or other siblings. Maybe they're the only child, or maybe their relationship is not that great. I've met other women or friends that have had a family like within their friends, their circle of friends that are healthy, that are there for you. And it doesn't matter if they're blood or not blood, like they're always try to go to that person that has your back no matter what it is. Like even if you're wrong, they're like, hey, you know what, it's okay, because it's okay to make mistakes. We're all human.
Yes.
We need that shoulder to cry on. It is not okay for you to suffer in silence and deal with your depression alone. Like you have to speak to those who that truly have your best interest at heart, because that's the only way you're going to get out of it. So I was happy to hear that you had that when you called me and you're like, my mom and my sister took margaritas and I'm drunk, and I'm like, okay, you go, girl. I'm gonna let you go. Take care of that. But yeah,
Have
that's
you
good.
seen that? Okay, do you watch SNL?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's just listening to this conversation, I thought about there's this one comedian, Marcel or Marcelo or something. He's fairly new on SNL. And they did this skit where he was like talking about like comparing guys to girls. And he was like, when the girl best friends are hyping each other up, they always have support. They always support each other. They'll be like, "Oh, I met this guy and I'm dating him now and he robs banks."
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
her best friend will be like, "Well, at least he has a passion."
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes and no. You know what? Okay, let me rephrase that. There's a healthy relationships and not healthy relationships. And it is okay to tell your friend, girl, you are crazy. You need to leave that man. You're about to go to jail if you don't leave him. Some of my most amazing friends, the ones that I truly call friends, like the closest friends, are the ones that are like, will tell me, you're crazy. No, you need to do this. Oh, like they're just raw and honest with you, with love, or like, girl, you messed up, but you messed up. You should have not said that, to your husband or whatever, like, but then we're laughing about it. You're like, you know what? You're right. I should have not said that. I was wrong about that. So those are the kind of friends that I love to have. And I think we're very honest. Like when we mess up or when we have our little fits, because I think you and I are very like similar in personalities where we just like want to vent and we don't want to explode on, like right then and there have a meltdown. So we're just like, you know what? I'll call her, I'll call you. And I'm like, I know I was wrong for saying that, but what do you think? Well,
I never have to call you out because you call yourself out before I even have to. It's
I
fine.
know
You're
when
like, I know I was wrong here.
I know when I do wrong. I am not a saint. I do so many things that are so not supposed to happen, but there's always a reason for it. Not to say I'm right for doing it, but I'm just like, okay, I know I messed up. I know I did. Okay, so tell me, give me some feedback. Yeah, be honest. And that's what we need. Like
Yeah.
I know I'm not that close to a person when I cannot be honest with them because I'm afraid to hurt their feelings. If I'm afraid to hurt their feelings, I mean, and I'm not talking about like this really, really sensitive, like destroying anything kind of sensitive. I'm talking about the little things. Like if I can't tell you that, that hair, like today you're looking a little crazy. Let's work on it a little bit. Let me help you, or hey, your child is acting up. Like, what's going on? Like that to me is we're not that close.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I agree.
Yeah.
Like yesterday
Little
we were at
baby.
baseball and I had that moment. And we not that she was trying to be closer, no one was trying to be close. But yeah, we had that moment. Have you ever had a parent that you don't really know that you've never seen before, but you kind of know? They were on the opposing baseball teams. We were in a scrimmage last night, so I've seen her around. Her son's in baseball, but she's not on our team, so I don't like know her like that.
Yeah.
She looked her son and my daughter playing in the dirt, and it was really windy yesterday, and so they were like throwing dirt in the air. It was getting all over everyone.
I see. Yeah. And you're like, stop it.
Both of them. She was like, y'all need to stop that. And I was like, oh, is she talking to my kid too? It was a y'all need to stop that, both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're here now. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That was a moment.
No, I mean, there's a time I mean, when it comes to parenting, everybody's so different. Like I if it's a group of people doing something, I am very like, hey guys, all of you need to stop. Like very because whatever they're doing, they're being super disruptive or doing something, whatever. So I'm like, hey guys, I don't like it where I've seen some parents like single out a kid that is not even theirs, and they're like doing this, and I'm like, uh, is that your child? No.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like like if where's the parent? Is the parent anywhere around? Come on, like we need to now. I do that a lot with my daughter's friends because I know like some of them are a little sensitive. They're in like preteen age, and I'm like, hey, we don't do this, guys. But I'm really talking about that girl. We don't do that in this house,
Yes. Yes. That's
So
funny.
yeah.
Speaking of being honest with friends, go ahead. Were you not finished?
No, I was gonna say we're almost at time, and I just want to make sure I go to my procedure thing.
Oh, when do you have? Okay, we can end here. That's fine.
But
Okay,
tell me the last one. What were you gonna say?
so I was gonna say, speaking of being honest, right? I can use. I just need to know if I'm being crazy here. Chase thinks that he actually kind of agrees with me, and so maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not crazy, but I would like to hear your opinion. But Rory invited their bus driver to his scrimmage last night.
Oh, okay.
It was fine. It was funny because Rory told him it was at 4:30. And I was like, well, he's going to show up there and no one's going to be there because it doesn't start till 6. So he's probably not going to be there because he's probably going to leave after he waits 15 minutes and there's no one still there. He's still there.
Shut up. That's weird.
Is it? Okay. It's like maybe, I don't know. Now, not only that, but when he comes, okay, Junie, my daughter, is like all over him, loves him. They were playing together, and he was like playing and talking with all the kids, okay? But he was like, in my opinion, was spending extra special time with Junie. She was like dancing on his feet, kind of like the daddy-daughter thing. Like she was on his feet and they were dancing. And I actually had to have a conversation with her because she's at like the perfect height where like her head was like near his crotch.
Oh, see,
I was like,
they're so little. Well, they're so little right now. Like they're so innocent. Sitting on another adult's lap, and they're not even your parent. Giving them a kiss
on his lap on the bus, waiting for all the other kids getting on the bus every day.
No. You're not crazy. That is not okay. Because that is, and I'm sorry to say, but like there's grooming that happens of kids, and it starts like that, and the kids don't know because they're very friendly. They're very they make it seem normal, but I've done I'm in Cub Scouts, and I've been in like all the parents have to go through this like youth protection class. And, Boy Scouts of America had some stuff going on in the past. So they have to go through this youth protection training class of like 2D leadership, like two adults being there with a child cannot be alone. Like, you have to go through the protection class. You can't like